Alright, day 21, and we are back at this little ledge to do ledge grind. The trick that I want to get today is the back 50-50. I tried it earlier in Skatember, couldn't get it, so pretty determined to try and get it today. Let's just give it our best. Alright, trying to find some redemption with this trick from the other day. I just did the ollies to begin with, and then I tried ollieing with pulling my body weight backwards, which was incredibly difficult. Couldn't quite get it, so I tried it moving. And this local skater gave me some advice to try like a back 180 kind of feel for it and get those trucks in. But I really struggled. Once I did get the trucks, so the back trucks on, I kind of fell into more of a feeble than a 50-50, and I wasn't going anywhere with that feeble. Yeah, and I took a couple of bails, which hurt a lot, so I kind of moved on from that and went for just ollieing up backside, but straight on, so I'd land backside and then have to get out. Some more trials and tribulations with that one. Starting to really feel the pain of Skatember, to be honest with you, taking a few hits. Getting out of this was harder, way harder than I expected, and I got one at the end there, which you know, I'm pretty pleased with, but we're gonna move on now. See you legends tomorrow. Take it easy. All right, day 22, we've got Flak Ground Revert. I've come here where the surface is nice and slick, so we can just practice a few tricks, revert in and revert out, and just have a little fun with it today. So not a long one today, I just did a whole heap of variations of the revert, as many as I could think of. Coming in fakie, coming in regular, trying it before a trick and trying it after a trick. I definitely got stuck on the fakie, revert, and then little shove it. Took me longer than I thought it really should have. And then the one that I was really trying to get down was the pop shove it revert. And this was more of an exercise of practicing my pop shove-its and trying to control where I land. Very difficult, but a really good exercise in board control. But yeah, I got some pretty slow ones of those. Definitely stuff I can work on. That is another day down, done and dusted. See you legends tomorrow. All right, day 23, we've got transition slide. I'm at Bracken Ridge. It's nice and smooth here. There's a good level of transition where I feel I can get a board slide to fakie. Padding up because I've just taken a few beatings this Skatember and I'm not keen for any more. So let's just get stuck in and see what we can do. First things first, just did my rock fakie, get used to the transition. Then after a couple of attempts of the board slide to fakie, I realized that there really isn't a lot of space between the platform and the transition. It is quite nice and mellow. So to get that balance pretty much on point. And I got a handful of them. They didn't slide too far, but I was pretty happy with the whole entrance and exit, and they were pretty comfortable. Then I went for like a half cab board slide, rock and roll out, and I got one with a really, really sketchy slide straight away. So I was pretty happy to move on and survive that one. And of course I couldn't leave without trying a board slide on the spine and then just regular out. Poured a little bit of time into this one. It was pretty fun. I had tried this in the past and bailed, so it was a good time to come back and get it. It did feel like the more speed didn't actually help me at this point in my progression with this one, so just a standard speed, get the timing right to get onto the board slide, and then enough weight on the nose to sort of tip out. That did the job. Pretty pleased with that one as well, but that is another awesome Skatember day down, done and dusted. See you legends tomorrow. Let's keep going. All right, Skatember day 24. We've got ledge, rail, and slide. So we're gonna introduce this rail, the first rail of the season. It's nice and low, it's pretty new, so I'm hoping I can get something on it. We'll just see how we go. All right, so I have done this before years and years ago, so this was brand new in terms of regression and progression. Mikhail and I gave it a go. It was actually really interesting to see Mikhail attempt it because I realized where I could improve as well. And it was definitely a speed issue, getting that body weight distribution onto the nose and trying to hold it as much as you could and not slip out, but just stay above the board. Mikhail actually came in at an angle without trying to ollie, which was probably the biggest benefit to both of us. Just get it up there, tic-tac on, and Mikhail got a handful, and I was pleased to get a couple as well. And I started to speed up a little bit to try and get the longer version. But yeah, not today. Just so hot, and yeah, I think I'm just super happy with just getting these ones back, and I'll be back at this park as much as I can because this is so fun. I think every park should have like really low rails like this just for people to practice on. It's so good. But yeah, another day down on Skatember. Absolutely loving it. I'll see you legends tomorrow. Alright, day 25, we've got Flak Ground 180. I'm going to warm up with a couple of 180 tricks, which I know I can get, but there's one that I really have to go for, which is the varial kickflip. I don't get this one a lot. It's a really big hit and miss trick for me, so that's why I want to try it today, and hopefully we can get it. So warmed up with just some 180 tricks, all the 180 ollies that I know, frontside, backside, and fakie. And of course the varial is made up of two tricks, the pop shove it and the kickflip. So I was determined to land them both before moving on. And these were battles in themselves, particularly now that I'm really conscious that I lean forward with my flat ground tricks, which definitely tends for me to land toe side heavy. So with both of those sketchily out of the way, I kind of felt ready to go for that varial. Now I've had this trick before, even last Skatember I landed one, and I immediately got the rotation pretty down pat, but I simply couldn't get my front foot on. And then I started to think about pushing my right shoulder, my front shoulder, into that sort of backside trick a little bit, and that just kept it in line with the board. And I skated for a very, very long time trying this trick. So I'm just gonna show you a whole heap of almost lands, because that's where I got to with this one. I kept slipping in and out of form. As hard as I try, I just couldn't get the roll away. So unfortunately, I had to take the L on this one. 24 days consecutive tricks. The 25th one has me stumped. I know I got the others, but I definitely wanted to get this one. While that L stands for loss, it also stands for learning. And I've done a lot of that today. I feel like even though I didn't get it, I've just learned, you know, the body movement to get there. I just got to get that next step forward and get the land. But yeah, cracked open a ginger beer, a local ginger beer from Budrim, north of Brisbane. It's a great way to end today and this set of 5 of Skatember days. I'll see you legends tomorrow on Instagram, and the next 5 days towards the end of Skatember. Let's keep cracking, legends. Getting my COVID jab, so if you don't hear from me, I'm probably in some layer at Bill Gates' house. Send help.